There it is. One little baby. Okay, little. Okay, so unfortunately little one is probably experiencing vehicles for the first time now. Very, very thick vegetation where this knobthorn has been pushed over many years. Actually, sorry, it's a marula, not a knobthorn. She's not happy with us. I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry. And if he gave us a little bit of a snarl. Seems to be only one cub that we can see for now. Did you get that on camera?
I did.
Good for you. Yeah, she's just calling it back now. She probably wants to suckle. Amazing that she's brought the cub here. Probably a few days ago, maybe even yesterday. Coming back. Let me see. It's gone back again. Yeah. Unfortunately, these guys mustn't move around too much with the vehicles. A little bit too much. Have known that that's what she was doing. She was coming back here all along. Now that we followed her here and that the cub is here, maybe it can become a bit different. I'll just try and reverse a little bit. Okay. As soon as there's movement, the cub sort of hides, but it'll probably come out again, I hope. My heart is beating because this was just really an incredible moment to have this experiencing around with her. Age-wise, I'm guessing maybe about 3 weeks, 4 weeks. What? And moving. Think, Bob, there's a chance she'll have moved, especially now that she's now that. I don't know. This is a behavioural thing. This is something that only Karula can tell. And I don't even think if she could talk right now, she'd be able to tell us. I think it'll all hinge on what transpires in this area over the next 24 hours, whether or not she moves or takes it with her, or she leaves it here, goes off and hunts somewhere else, whether she's using this as a temporary den. Very good an animal. Oh, the hyena coming in. This is not good. This is not good at all. She jumped down and gave the hyena a good smack. This is very, very bad. You're horrible. Children. Go away, children. My heart is even beating more now. In fact, I'm starting to shake. This is tense. It's like a hyena probably sniffing around because there is an old carcass here, just behind us, from a fairly large animal.
They find it?
I think so. Yeah, they've got it. Oh man. Oh man. Oh boy, this is sad. I've just got shivers. This is terrible. Oh my word. This ain't be done. There's nothing. There's nothing that could have prevented this from happening. Sorry, thing? Yeah. Sorry, I'm just going to stop.
was only one.
I only saw the one.
Yeah, I just saw one. And that missing Padaka with the paper.
Yeah. It took it from this slit from here. There is a pretty deep hole underneath it, that fallen marula tree, which is where she probably had it, but for some reason, I don't know, for some reason, maybe with the noise of the hyena being here, could be that the cub came out of that hole just behind her at the root base of that fallen marula tree. Was a deep hole, and if the cub had stayed in there, oh my word, this is terrible. This is the first time in any of her litters that she's lost a cub. So she's been a very good mom up until now. I can't... Look at her, she's looking back at the hole. She's... I'll turn this volume down. That vehicle should not have children on it making a noise. I don't know what to say, folks. I'm speechless. It's just a moment in time that we just happen to witness something that has been going on for millions of years. The conflict of predators. She tried her best. She fought with them. She heaved onto that one's back. She actually gave it a good nip and a good claw. But I think the more she was determined to fight, the more they knew there was something that she was fighting for. But they could also smell it. There's no doubt that there's the scent of a cub here. We did only see one. I don't know if there was another one. There was only the one cub that was visible. But they came out and they must just hone. Persistence of hyena. If they know something's up, they're not going to give up easily. I've seen hyena sitting under a tree with a leopard killing up at the top, and they'll wait until the very, very last for any scrap that might fall, or for a chance to have a snap at the leopard when it comes down. What's interesting is that once they got what they wanted, they've gone. They left her alone. Well, the other thing is that being a cat, she can come into estrus fairly soon. She'll come into estrus within the next few weeks even. Strong possibility that within 4 or 5 months, maybe 6 months or more, she might even have more cubs. Don't know whether she'll wait until next summer. It's obviously a lot better in the wet season, better hiding places. But it's not necessarily a summertime thing. For her, it's always been that she comes into estrus when her cubs are sort of just under 2 years old. So that's almost on the birthday, on the second year birthday of her previous litters, when she's giving birth to her next litter. So that cycle has now been broken for the first time. This being her 5th litter. It would be interesting to find, obviously to follow over the years to come, the next year or so, to see whether or when she gets covered again. Here's picking up to the guinea fowl calling again. For whatever reason, they're starting to make a noise again. I don't know how many times I've been asked the question, especially with Karula and having followed her and her cubs for so long in previous years, what would happen if we were witnessing something like this. And there's always a speculative thing. It's always a very difficult question to answer, because the obvious answer is, well, we have to stand back here. We can't do anything. And as much as the heart and as much as even the mind is tempted to and desperately wanting to change the course of events, there isn't physically anything that can be done. There would have been, I mean, 2 very aggressive hyenas and 1 very aggressive leopard. How does one even begin to change the outcome of something like that? Of course, the question is, if we weren't following her, we would been in the dark completely. We would have been looking for her cubs for weeks to come and wondering why she wasn't bringing them out. And eventually, I guess, we would have got the message that maybe they didn't survive. On a live broadcast with the loss of a cub. It's almost like she's bewildered. It's almost like she's not quite sure what to do next. Being the first time, I guess, that she's lost a cub in this way. There wasn't even time for that little one to get into a tree, even if it probably could have got into a tree. There isn't really anything here. There's a little bush behind her. Or if it could have gotten on top of that and pushed that fallen marula tree. Ifs and buts and what ifs. Unfortunately, they don't count anymore. She's going to start getting hot. I have to move soon. At least into the shade. It's almost like she just doesn't want to leave. She's as stunned as we are, if not more so. I can't imagine what this cat's thinking right now.